Welcome back to episode 3 of Lunchtime Chit Chats with your gals,
Alyssa,
Victoria.
And Alysha.
And actually, guys, Alysha just came home from her holiday, but she's actually leaving again. Mrs. Worldwide over here. She's going on a cruise again.
Hey guys.
circle back. Where did you go? Tell us all about it.
Okay, so I went with my family. It was a really fun trip. So I started off with Dubai. So we did Sydney to Dubai. I had a couple of days there, which was really good to go back. As I mentioned before, I was born there, so I was excited. I was really excited to go back because I haven't been back in a while because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
I then went to Lisbon. That was really fun. I'd never been to Portugal before.
Yeah.
It was super
I've
beautiful.
always wanted to go.
Like the architecture, like even just like walking down the streets, like given I wasn't a tourist area, but it was just so beautiful. And then I ended up going to Madrid, to Spain, which was really close to Portugal. Like they're pretty close. So that was definitely good. It was just a lot of flying, a lot of traveling, but it was fun to have a holiday, like a full family holiday. Like we kind of spoke about this, like I'd been traveling a lot with friends. So to go with my family, it was really fun and I really enjoyed it.
Tell us the first class experience.
Yeah, first class was amazing. I was sending the girls photos. We will dive in later, but I have a little bit of a snack we can try from first class as well. So exciting.
And yes, stay tuned to the end because we will be trying some interesting snacks that we've always wanted to try.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I think Victoria looks a little bit different.
Can you guys tell what it is?
I did my hair. I got it dyed. I got like just a little bit of like blonde, but I kind of want to go lighter. I think I'm having like, was it like blonde blindness?
Blonde
Or
blindness.
is it? Yeah. Like
I
just
love it
want to
on
go
you.
lighter now. I was so scared because I was like, I didn't know if I'd look good because I've never actually dyed my hair before.
First time, right?
First time. And so, but yeah, I think I'm going to go lighter next time. I'm getting it done just before my birthday.
Smart.
But yeah, no.
I think it really suits you. I remember when I had dyed my hair, as soon as I dyed it, I was just a bit like, nope, got to go back to black. But honestly, it suits you so
Thank
well.
you.
Like I sometimes look at you, I think of the day I'd come back to work, we were in the car driving as we normally do. And then like we had parked at work and I was like, oh my God, your hair. Like I knew you had dyed it, but it just didn't click. Because it just suits you so well. Like it just blends in.
I feel like a new woman.
I know, it's like really summery and I feel like it brightens your appearance too.
I
which is
think
really
that's
nice.
what everyone
It really
said.
compliments
and
you.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's a new girl now. She's no longer Victoria. She's fully Tory
I
now.
know, I'm in my new era.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So obviously this is our episode again. We just asked, like before last episode we had Lulu. So again, I know you guys are starting to learn more about us, but we were going to dive into some marketing questions to really see like what we each enjoy. I'll start off with asking a couple of questions. All right, Canva or CapCut?
definitely CapCut. I don't know actually what I would do with that CapCut.
CapCut's my favorite
Like
app.
Canva is good as well. Like I also don't know what I'd do with that Canva.
Yeah.
But I think CapCut.
Yeah,
CapCut,
we use a lot of Figma, but I feel like Canva is just so like beginner friendly. Like we're not
Yeah.
professional graphic designers. Like we're
No.
social media girlies. So I think whenever we have like little edits and stuff, like Canva's definitely useful. But on a day-to-day basis, I definitely use a lot more of CapCut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love video creation, so I feel like CapCut has everything you need.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we even have some of our video team, like they use the best software, like Premiere Pro, but I feel like they've even started dabbling in CapCut because it's so easy. Like you have auto captions, like you have all these perks of the app. That's just
Yeah.
amazing. So shout out.
CapCut.
CapCut. We love your app. We love your app.
And I love how like it has all the little templates as well.
Mine
Maybe
does too.
lifesaver.
It makes it
so
so
much easier.
it's
But you can
easy.
do like everything on it.
You can brand it, you can change the colors based on your clients. It's just so easy as well. Like you can even add filters, so like your coloring stuff. Like it's just so simple and seamless. I've like never had issues with anything client related for it, and especially like personal life. Like even on my holidays, I was every day like kind of doing a
noticed
little
that. I
like,
was like,
little
okay.
reel upload. I was getting so much footage, and I was like, where do I put this? And I was like, gonna
In
add
a
a little
reel.
story. So yeah, I was using it all the time, and it's so simple. And when you do it so much, you get so used to it. Like I just like crop, and
Yeah,
it's
I
just
know.
like it makes it so
easy.
good. Even extracting audio, like if you have a trending sound, you could just screen record it and then just drop it in.
Yeah.
So seamless, so easy. Transitions, animations, like it does everything. I love it. Okay, next question, girlies. Branding or content creation?
Take it away, Alyssa.
I will say branding because I feel like so many people these days they create their content cool, but the branding's just not there, so it's not giving.
I'm the same. I definitely agree. I enjoy the more branding side of it, coming up with like, and even like reskinning social medias. I actually really enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
I love content creation too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's very creative, but I definitely think I'm more of branding.
I think branding is something that's so new to us. Like we're not doing it on our day to day compared
But
to
it's so
content
important.
creation. It's so important. I mean, like even when we were creating this logo,
Yeah.
shout out
You
to
guys like
Maria.
our branding?
Shout out to Maria. She's our graphic designer. She's absolutely amazing. But we were like so excited about the branding because I think branding is so huge and it really makes a brand.
It does.
And we'll talk about this later, but like it really depends on like what you're after and like what type of. I feel like when you look at this logo, you're also targeting a certain target market. You're catering to certain people. Colors matter, like everything. Like we had really picked out specific colors. Like we first started off with like a really neon type of like, I feel like diner vibe. And then we just like kind of looked at it and we're like, no, like it's not really us. So this was probably like the 5th attempt. Like we had gone back and forth.
If you look at our file, like on our like software, I think it's got like 10
Yeah,
million like edits.
you know what? We should actually post the OG one and
We
see like
should.
what
The
we
different
came up with.
versions,
The versions, like
yeah.
it's actually so interesting to see. Like everyone always just sees the final product, but like the actual journey to get there, it's so long. So it's this is our logo, and we absolutely love it. But yeah, again, I think branding is so important for any brand. It's the first thing an audience sees. So yeah.
And what's the one social media platform you guys think businesses should really focus on right now?
What do you think, Alyssa?
TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm a TikTok girly through and through.
too.
And I feel like, I mean, it depends on your like business and brand really.
I was just
But
about to
if
say
it's
that.
a younger market,
100%.
you definitely need to be on TikTok.
And I feel as though even though you might have a really professional business, showing that bit of edge on TikTok really makes you stand out. Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of brands starting, like you might have like a finance client and they've started dabbling in TikTok, and I've seen like they're getting more brand awareness through that.
Even
So
the trends, like
and you just see like a different side. Like you might have your Instagram feed that's very professional, but TikTok's a really good like platform to like kind of be a bit more like, I guess like risque a little, like a bit more different, show a bit more brand personality that you might really not get on your Instagram and Facebook, and especially LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's so much more professional.
Yeah.
I really have been loving TikTok recently.
oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I guess for
I'm on
us,
that app all the time.
Bro, like always scrolling. So this is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best platforms if you're just trying to do something new. And it's really popping off right now. It's so big. In our first episode, we talked about Red Note and like when TikTok was getting cancelled and how big it was. But it really was. Like it was such a big impact. So yeah, I think definitely TikTok as well. What about you, Tori?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
TikTok all the way.
yeah.
So-
Speaking on TikTok, though,
yeah.
what's your favorite trend right now?
I'm really loving the one. It's really random, and I don't feel like every business can do this, you know, depending on their branding and all that stuff. But I'm really liking that one where it's like they say like a food and you like, I think I saw one recently, it was like you do Michael Jackson move, but there's different variations. Like it's like whip as like it's like me. It's like whip as hard. Like if you like the dessert, so it could be like chocolate chip cookies, and people are like, or like it's like apple pie, and they're like I don't know. There's just something about that TikTok trend that I just love.
funny.
It's so funny and it's so entertaining. No, I love it. What about you?
I think mine
Alyssa?
is like the one where you have the kid in the middle, the mum, and the dad on the left and
I
right.
know exactly.
They
Do
have
you know
to
what I'm talking
play.
about? No, excited
No.
to.
I swear, every TikTok, I'm on such a different
The
TikTok
For You
because
page.
you guys
Yeah.
always say stuff and I'm like, I haven't seen
I haven't
that.
seen
That's
that one.
but that's what I love about TikTok. Even though it's so different, like you still have like different For You pages, so people are getting different stuff. Like I'll bring up a trend and Victoria will look at me like, and then I show it to her and she's like, oh yeah, that's so funny, and I'm like, see, like it's just it's the best platform. But explain the trend.
Yeah, so you have the kid in the middle, the two parents side to side.
Mm-hmm.
You reveal what's on the plate. The kid has 2 cookies, and the mom or dad just has 1, and the other parent has none. So it's just trying to see if the kid will end
Like
up
give the
keeping
cookie.
the cookie.
Oh, that's
We need to show you. It's really
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Like
so
it's
cute.
I've seen 2 different variations where it was like the kid will like immediately give the cookie to the the parent. But then I've also seen one where like the parents are like, oh, I only have 0, and then the kid's like, And then I saw like one with the
I
last
would be
night.
so cut.
I'd be like, no, you know what the parent ended up saying at the end? They were like, we failed as parents because the kid wouldn't
For
refuse.
sure.
Like even it went to the point where the mum even was like, why didn't you give yours to dad because you have one and now dad will have one, and the kid's like no. It was so hilarious. I love that trend. What about you, Tori?
This is such a random trend, but I keep doing it for my clients. I can't stop.
Yeah.
It's that 20, you wake up in 2025.
You love that one.
I talk about that trend all the time.
Which one? Explain.
It's like, it's made with the original trend was an AI video, and it's like you wake up in 1995 in like the Black Plague or something like that. And then it's like, it's just of their hands, like...
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's like
point of
done
view.
with AI.
Oh, POV.
But
Okay,
POV, yeah. But companies have now like
Implemented that,
and
yeah.
done it, just filmed it.
Oh.
And I keep doing it. Like the other day, like I did it for one of my clients.
Nice.
And yeah, all that one where like one person's like leaning on their back on the wall and the other person's like standing. Have you seen that one?
No.
And both their feet are like, and then they throw the phone and the other one's like,
This is what
I've seen that.
This is what we mean by different for you pages, because I'm like buffering in real
sorry,
time.
that
I'm
was
like,
so random, but like
I love that one. It's
no,
so
I need, you guys need to show me this one. I have
Yeah.
no clue.
It's so
Maybe
funny.
it's like I can't imagine it. I'm
wanted
such
to-
a visual person.
I wanted to make it one of my clients, but I'm like, if someone falls, like that'd be
Oh,
really
really awkward.
Yeah.
Really awkward. Do you guys remember that trend that was like a while where like they would do it like they would fall backwards, like the trust fall, and then they would drop them?
I did that for
yeah.
a month.
I would like, I still to this day don't know, like, were they actually falling or was it edited?
It was like
I
when
feel
they'd be
like-
like the trust fall trend.
Yeah.
So I know sometimes they would have like a mat off
Yeah.
camera and they just fall back onto
yeah,
that.
so they're not.
But
just
I've seen
falling
people
straight
like
on the floor.
actually just fall, but I'm like, did you edit that? Because the way they fall, I'm like,
It
you
looks
definitely
so-
hurt yourself. Like,
yeah.
yeah, you would have hurt yourself.
Yeah.
I like was one time wanting to do it at work, like, and then I was like trying to convince one of the boys, and he's like, "What if I like break my tailbone?" And I'm like, "So real.
Don't
Maybe
do
let's
that.
not.
Maybe let's not do
that's
that.
so
Let's not
funny.
hurt ourselves." Oh, let me have a look at what other questions I have for you girls. Oh, this one's a good one. What brand do you think has the best social media presence currently?
Do you know what? I have a few. I think Skims, like it's
Yeah.
not, but they always get the really trending like people to model. Like I know Tate McRae is trending a
They're
lot.
really big into influencers
Yeah.
and
Like,
stuff. Yeah.
Tate McRae, she's so big at the moment with like her new album and everything. And so Kim Kardashian like topped
Reached
right on
out,
it, and Tate
yeah.
McRae was a model
That's
for
such a
Skims.
that's
like,
such a
she's so
smart
quick on
business
the
model.
trending
It's smart.
people. Yeah,
And I think like what I've realized as well is like with influencers, it's actually really important to like keep track because like again with Skims, like Tate McRae, I feel like only recently after her tour really blew up. So that was definitely really smart for them to do because
Yeah.
now everyone's like, oh, like she kind of took Tate McRae, so now
Yeah.
other brands can't in a way as
yeah.
well. So I
And-
think that's really smart.
and
yeah.
I think TBH skincare as well.
Oh, nice.
I actually love them.
Yeah.
I take a lot of like my marketing like inspo like from
Yeah.
them too, and I think they're always on top of trends like
Oh,
so quickly.
always.
I love
think
their
they're
feed.
really
they have a
good.
really
Yeah.
aesthetic feed.
I think with their marketing and social media, they're so good with it, and their products are still pretty good as well.
yeah. What about you, Alysha?
Mine would be Duolingo.
I
love that bloody
I
owl.
love that one. Yeah.
Like I feel like they're always on top of trends,
so on top.
and like they're not sticking to the borders. They can be some savage sometimes.
I love
I
their
love
like
it.
clapbacks,
Their
like in people's
clapbacks.
comments.
Oh my
So
gosh!
funny.
I
So
always
good.
like whoever is doing those comments, give them a
their-
raise
their
right now.
marketing girl needs a raise.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a random one. It's called Dr. Miami. I don't know if you guys do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
love Dr. Miami.
They like I feel like pretty similar to Duolingo. Like they're very on top of trends. Like the doctor's so good. Like he's so sassy and it's just like so entertaining to watch. I also have another like product based client. They're called Lilo Active. I don't know if they're Aussie or if they're not, but they have the prettiest feed. They do like activewear, like, and I just feel like they stand out so much with their like branding and stuff. Like their mood board is so aesthetic, and that's like one thing that I really love. Like I think being a social media girly, I'm always like looking at stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I feel like not everyone notices, but like when you're a social media girl and you're always trying to like make that mood board look so in sync, like color wise, like all the color palettes, they're so good at it, and they're really good at transitioning to new colors. So like for example, one season they'll have red and then they'll transition to like gray, but they do it so seamlessly. It's I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just like so nice to look
I was
at.
gonna say I analyze stuff so closely
So
like that now.
much. Yeah. And also like I think another one would be Rode.
Oh, right.
Like
So
Hailey
good.
Bieber, she has the best, I think, like marketing team as well. I really
Yeah.
like that about
Yeah, me too.
them. Let me see what else I have. Oh, this is a good one. How do you stay creative when doing marketing? Sorry?
Oh, that's a hard one because sometimes it is hard to
Yeah.
constantly be like kind of thinking of new things, keeping up with the trends all the time. But I think definitely like other people's like inspiration. Like I definitely research and look at other brands. Like we spoke about brands that we think are doing good to kind of keep.
Motivate you.
I also
Yeah.
talk to like our team as well.
Yeah.
Like by talking to you girls and then you guys say stuff.
Yeah,
and then
we're always
gets my,
asking.
like,
Yeah, I'm the
creative
same.
juices flowing.
Like I love getting like your opinion, Alyssa's
Yeah.
opinion. Like I think sometimes getting an outside opinion also helps because like they might have like just what we were talking about for you pages. Like you might see different things, so like you might have an opinion that actually might work with the client. So yeah, I think that's a really valuable thing. What
Yeah.
about you, Alyssa?
I think like just with staying creative, you always have to be on the platform yourself.
Yeah,
100%.
That's how you stay updated and doing things. And I think as well, seeing what other people are doing and putting your very own spin on it, just try to make it a bit more original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your own as well.
Yeah.
I definitely do that too. I think I'm like in between both of you. It's just like about the same thing. Like as much as like it's bad to be like the scroll is bad, like I think it's so important in our job to constantly be like on social media scrolling, seeing, because if you're obviously not digesting, you also can't, obviously to an extent, like don't be scrolling every day, like you got to do work. But yeah, I think like even in my personal life, like I'll go home, even though I'm resting, like I'll still like look at something and be like, oh, this is smart. Like I'll send it to myself and then look at it later and just
I
see
do
what
that
it
too.
works for what client.
Yeah.
And also looking at competitors. I think competitors for each industry. So for example, you have a finance client, look at other finance clients, see what they're doing, but also don't copy, be original, but thinking of stuff that can, benefit the brand is so important.
No, definitely.
What type of industry would you love to work in?
I've always said, like do marketing in. Yeah. I've always said fashion, like ever since I started doing marketing, but it's kind of taken a bit of a turn now.
Yeah.
I think like more like Qantas or like stuff like that. Yeah.
That's nice.
So
I think
more like
corporate-y,
yeah.
it's still fun. Yeah, I've seen it. You know what? Talking about like Qantas, I feel like I see a lot of like Jetstar. Like I feel like Jetstar's really good on social media
saw a really
too.
funny one of Virgin.
Yeah.
A really funny
they're
video
on
of
top
them
of it.
doing that 2025 trend that I was saying with the hands.
Yeah.
And they were like, I think like the travel like industry, I really would love to work in.
Yeah, that's nice. What about you?
I would say I have one food client, but I feel like I really love food clients.
I
It
think
just-
you're really good at it.
Yeah, like just looking at all the food, making it look good. 'Cause it already looks good. I feel like it's so
Yeah.
easy. It's so fun, and you get to see all this different variety.
Yeah,
really
I love food clients. I feel like for me, I really like product-based clients. Like obviously I love service clients, but I like product-based, like a cool skincare or like an activewear, like something like
There's
that.
so much you can do with it.
It's so engaging, and then I feel like shoots are also super fun, like, and it's easy, like you just have the product. So yeah, stuff like that really interests me, and I feel like you can play around with so much. Like you can like put the product on a model. You can just do flat lays, like content like that. For me, is just so enjoyable. So I really love stuff like that. And lastly, we kind of touched on this before, but what's your guys' take on rebranding? Like, do you think, like, when do you think is the right time for a business to do?
Isn't there a saying that's like you should rebrand every however
Oh,
many?
I think I have heard this, but I don't know the number. Yeah.
I've
Heard
heard of
that.
someone say like there's a certain thing, it's like every so and so years you should do a rebrand. I don't know. I think once you've had your company for like the brand for a while, I think it is smart to do a rebrand because trends and stuff are always changing. Like styles, colors and stuff. Like I think what would be really good when you first started your business might not, like the logo or however might not be trending or good
Later.
or now.
Yeah.
I think like just think about it like a year ago, you might be like, that Instagram post was great. And now when you look at it, it's not.
Yeah.
So I think like you have that issue where you're like, rebranding is so important because your brand needs to stick the test of time. I think also working in marketing, it's super important to show that you're still keeping up with trends. Like right now, like we love our logo, but that's not saying that in 3 years it would still suit or it would still like be engaging to an audience. Again, like touching on what you said, colors are so important. So like you might start off with like an electric blue, but then like pastels come in.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think like obviously it's important to realize though that if you are always changing your brand, people will forget your brand. Like logos are super important. Like that's how I notice brands. Like if you think about like Qantas, Emirates, like they have that logo that sticks the test of time. But like also having like enhancing it is super important. Like a lot of my clients I feel recently have started rebranding that have been with us for a bit, and I think it's super important. Like even simple things like fonts. Like fonts are super important. Like, you know, like our graphic designers know the best, obviously, but like they always, you know, stick with certain fonts and then change it up. And I think that helps with the rebrand as well.
Or even like big companies, like I know Coca-Cola's rebranded
They've had
so many
yep.
times. If you like, I saw an image the other day and it's like has all the different Coke
logos
bottles
they've
like,
done,
lined up, and it's like there's so many different ones. They keep rebranding, but it's to keep up with
The time.
what's
Yeah,
trending,
what's trending. Do you have the same opinion?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Literally Coca-Cola, like so
Yeah.
many different logos. You don't just stick to one thing. Obviously, you need to refresh, keep up with the times. Taste change, the way things look change.
Yeah.
And as well as technology, because you could always do better and better.
But they've still kept that like aspect where you know it's Coca-Cola.
It's no-
Even
yeah.
though they've rebranded,
That's
they've
really
kept similar
important.
aspects of what's like well known to people.
Yeah.
They haven't fully like completely went and changed their logo,
Yeah,
but they've
exactly.
tweaked it, updated it to
Yeah. I've had clients sometimes want to like change the whole color, and I'm like, I don't really think it's like necessarily smart because people tie you to a certain color. Like for example, like I feel like for us, people tie us to the pink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you completely get rid of that pink, I feel like it just takes away your brand and
Yeah.
people might not like recognize you anymore. But I definitely think rebrands are so important for businesses to make sure they stay on top of the trends, stay on top of, you know, what's new. So definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So obviously, because we're marketing girlies and we love talking about marketing, we wanted to dive into a little event. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I did a bit of research on this event that recently happened. Have you guys heard of Base?
like slightly, but
The,
not like
the luggage one?
fully.
Yep. 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 Okay.
So Base is a luggage like brand. It's by Shay Mitchell, and they recently had this like huge campaign. I'm just going to read out exactly like what it was, just so our audience as well as you girls kind of have an idea.
Yeah.
So basically they had a huge marketing campaign for Base that got a lot of attention. So as I said, it was founded by Shay Mitchell. So they created like a human claw machine experience. So they literally, it was like literally they would attach a human to this claw machine.
That's so cool.
And it was so fun, and they got this chance to like be like dipped into a like ball pit, and they could like pick up like a free luggage. It could be like a travel tote, it could be like a big like suitcase. So it was a huge thing in America that she did, and Shay Mitchell's amazing. I don't know if you guys have looked at Base, but they're always on top of marketing stuff. Like they're amazing.
It's funny when I see things like this. I think of like the marketing team like
yeah.
discussing it, like sitting in the ballroom and discussing.
'Cause
We're going to
everyone's-
do a human claw.
It's like everyone sees the final product but doesn't realize how much goes
Work
into
goes
it.
into it,
Oh my
yes.
gosh. So yeah. So essentially there was this one clip that I actually saw on TikTok, and that's how I heard, like I basically was scrolling on TikTok, saw the clip, and then deep dived into Base.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to bring this up to you girls as well as for the podcast, because you're our girlies too. So essentially this girl was, she waited hours to have her turn in the claw machine, but when it was her shot, she didn't get the chance to grab the suitcase because the staff took it out and didn't really give her like a reason. There was also a bit of backlash. Like people were saying that the event wasn't planned properly, like it wasn't ticketed. People were like lining up ages in advance, and some people were really frustrated, and they got a lot of backlash on like social media for it. So yeah, I just want to dive into like talking about marketing campaigns, like your experiences with running campaigns. I think because, you know, everyone obviously can sit there and judge, but it is hard. Like, you know,
Yeah.
planning events, it's a long process. Like you got to think about the
ages.
logistics, you got to think about the styling. So I really feel for that one girl though who didn't get the chance to get
I would
it.
be so sad.
I would be so
I would be so
cut.
angry. Me
And she
too.
was so lovely as well. Like she literally was like, yeah, I was a bit annoyed, but it was such an amazing event. Like
Because
she
she
was
took it like a
lovely.
champ.
She did
I
take
was
it like a
like,
champ, yeah. But yeah, like I get it with events, it's so hard, but I think, base definitely could have done better. Like, I think now that they've done it, they can know, like, next time, like, let's ticket the event. Let's, like, have better security.
It's all learning, like.
Exactly.
It's a learning curve, 100%. And I think what they had said was, like, let's have more security next time because, like, the staff were too scared to, like, tell people off, which is, again, not their place.
And
so
if you do it ticketed, then you'll kind of know.
Numbers.
Because she didn't get the amount of, like, because they were all gone. But if you have ticketed, you kind of know a general amount to put in there.
Yeah.
So everyone who paid for the tickets
yeah.
will get a suitcase.
So essentially, it was a like free event. Like anyone could just show up, but then they didn't have enough prizes for everyone lined up. So people were lining up, and then they realized like at like closer to the end, like they're not gonna have like enough prizes, and they had to cut it off. But these people were already waiting hours, so like it definitely like kind of like. I wouldn't say ruined, but it just a bit like tarnished it, tarnished. And people obviously like looking for someone to blame, like how like it's like normal in social media.
It tarnished
like
a campaign that could have actually been really
Really
yeah.
well, yeah.
Like there was so much like talk about it. Like it definitely was like trending all over my For You page personally. So like people loved it, but I think they were just like upset with a couple aspects. But then with like any backlash, that kind of goes above any good things. So it was really upsetting to see, but I definitely think it was a cool event. Like it was something so different. Like I would even go and do that.
Yeah, I
like
would do that.
I
I'd
see
be a human claw.
yeah, right. Like lift me up. I see a lot of campaigns and I'm just like, oh, like, but like this one was really fun. Like it was just something different. Like I've not seen anyone do it. There's been a couple of like brand trips as well. Like makeup brands do those.
I know Maybelline recently took a whole bunch of influencers to New York.
Oh, nice.
And that was like a whole Maybelline campaign thing. Everyone was like, all these influencers were posting, doing their makeup with Maybelline, like on the trip.
Nice.
So
like
I thought that was
Tarte
really
does
cool.
that as well. Like
Tarte does that a lot as well.
Yeah.
But I know they get a bit of companies that do that also get a little bit of backlash too, because it's like, well, why aren't you taking like your fans, your users? You're just taking like the people that actually use your products. I'm not saying the influencers don't, but like.
They're getting
paid to do it.
Yeah. So that kind of like connects back to what we were saying about UGC, like the actual people, while influencers are like they have a deal, they have a brand deal. So yeah, it's definitely hard, but I think definitely like brands should like try to use their like customers more. For example, I know Meshki, like they're an Australian brand.
I love Meshki.
I love their stuff, but they usually do like any like type of like event with like I think they have like tiers for like customers and they would usually do that. Same with like Mecca does like how they have these boxes like
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do you guys
that.
have those? Are you guys like a Mecca
have
member
it,
and you
but
get
I've seen
those?
I am level
beauty-
3 Mecca member.
I'm not. I really
Level
want to
3 beauty
start.
loot.
I really
About
want
to hit level 4. I spent too much money.
So what do you get with the Mecca stuff?
Well, actually, the other day I got because so you get your beauty loot. I think it's every 3 months you get one. And then you get a gift on your birthday as well.
Oh, cute.
And then sometimes I'll just be like, we just have a random like thing to add in with your purchase. So anyway, I went there, and obviously depending what level you are depends on how good the thing is.
It
But
makes sense.
I was actually I use a Charlotte Tilbury Falls filter.
Oh.
I was actually running out of it.
Oh,
And so I went there and I was buying like other stuff. And they're like, oh, we actually have a free like mini like flawless filter. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, what's shady? And so and it wasn't like, it was obviously a smaller version.
like a mini.
But it wasn't like mini, like it was still a good like.
Decent
And
size.
Charlotte Tilbury is expensive. It's not exactly cheap.
So I was like,
so
okay, well this
good.
can delay me from having to buy another one.
Yeah.
For like a couple more months.
That's so cute. I feel like that makes you feel so special.
Yeah,
You're like,
I know.
I'm a beauty
I'm a
loop
member.
member.
Yeah, I'm her.
They always ask, and I'm like, yeah, I am. This is my email.
No, I should really. Honestly,
You
I'm so
should.
bad with like perk stuff. Like everyone's on like the Macca's app, and I'm like, not.
The way I have like over like 1 million like points.
I know. You know they actually expire.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's why you have to use.
I never. Don't worry.
It's a smart like plan though. Like
I'm
'cause
always using
you
them.
I know. I'm
she's
always
like
checking the
she's
deals.
constantly in the drive-through.
I save them for when I'm like feeling a little broke. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my free points to buy burger.
I really need to get into points. You guys got to force me. Like I just got to like take this step. But I'm so into saving,
will
and being smart. So I'm like, I really need to get onto this.
I will say it is such a good marketing thing because
100%.
that's like Mecca. If you don't spend a certain amount, you drop down
You
a
drop,
level. So
and
it's
then-
like to get it's like to
Yeah,
get
it's an
onto the
incentive.
next level, you have to spend this much. To maintain your level, you have to spend this much. So I'm like,
Smart.
I have to go into Mecca and just
Buy something.
buy stuff so I can stay on my
Mecca
level.
is telling Tori that she needs to buy something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and she's
literally.
doing it.
It's
And
working.
she's doing
I'm
it.
a marketing girl, but the marketing's working on me.
Yeah,
That's how you know it's
no.
good marketing.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely the loyalty programs are so smart.
So
like we do
smart.
we do it here sometimes with our clients, and there's so much perks to it. So it's like you're essentially being like, but why wouldn't you become a member?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like
It's
you're
like, I
getting
might
so
as well.
much. Yeah.
And it's like you get stuff back. So
yeah,
it's like,
Yeah.
it's like give and take.
give and take. Yeah, it's so good.
I love that. Yeah. I think definitely like the loyalty programs are so well, and like, yeah, marketing campaigns are so useful for brands. Like I think in 2025, doing a campaign really will make your brand stand out because everyone's just doing the day-to-day marketing, you
Yeah.
know, the branding, the social media. But a cool campaign, it might not even be like something that's necessarily in your industry, but it'll make you stand out. Like for example, if you have like a finance client and I keep touching on finance clients, but like if you want to like, you know, do something super, super different, like you'll stand out and people will then like remember your name. Like for me, for example, like if I see a cool campaign, I remember that
too.
brand's name, like Base,
Yeah.
for example. And now because I thought it was so cool and I've shared it with you guys,
Well,
now
I actually
you
wanted
know
to
it.
go look on the
Yeah.
website
Right?
to look for a suitcase.
Exactly.
So,
like
yeah.
then you will go check and then you're having like traffic to your website. Like it's just all connected.
works so
Marketing is so
well.
important. If we haven't already
it
said that. Yeah. So for brands, I definitely think a huge campaign is so important. I actually want to touch on something. So I had recently done a campaign and I think I had like first-hand experience doing that.
It was amazing.
It was really good. Stay tuned. Let's
Yes,
stay
let's
tuned.
dive into it. Actually,
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
the editing stages essentially, but it's a really cool, like, this is honestly, I will say, like, an idea that was something that I never thought I'd be able to do. Like, I have really supportive bosses that really, like, trusted me. Like, they really were
it's a
like,
really big thing.
go, like, just do it. And, like, that's what I, like, was so happy about. Like, I really felt so supported and, like, was able to try something that I don't think I'd ever get the opportunity to for. So it's like essentially just to give you a bit of an idea, it's essentially like a game show slash I would say like Wipeout. So like I kind of took charge of like, you know, doing all the branding. It was my first time like having my own like team, I guess. Like I had like help with logo. I had the video team that was like especially helpful getting all the content. We even got like little walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
So
fun.
like yeah,
That
that
was
was
the
so
best
fun. And then yeah, like I also was like, you know, talking to the event, like dealing with the place we were having it, like so it was just like it was a lot of work, but it was definitely like rewarding. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that, guys, because that's gonna be like
It's gonna be so.
I think it's gonna be
really
groundbreaking.
soon, yeah.
I really think it's like got a lot of potential, and it's a really fun video. Like, and we did it for like some like a company that's not necessarily would ever do something like that, but it was like we tried it to kind of change it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was really happy with all the support. And then I had these two girls who literally were like my rocks throughout the entire experience. Like they would listen to me rant, they would listen to me cry, they would listen to me like just like deal with my emotions.
A
And
marketing campaign is stressful.
it's so
very
stressful. Like I'm not gonna sit here and
stressful.
say it's easy. That's why, like, you know, like the whole base thing, I had to bring it up. I was like, as much as like they could have, it's still a lot. It's a lot. Like you're dealing with so many vendors, all that stuff. But yeah, like the day came together. I had an amazing team. Shout out to all of them. They know who they are. That really like trusted me. And yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna be launching on YouTube, and it's, you know, we got random people, so it's kind of like a little bit of like a reality show. So I think like Mr. Beast / Wipeout, I'd say.
Yeah, I
I think
reckon.
that's like the best way to describe it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's comedy. It's got like
It's pretty fun.
rivalry.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's fun, guys. So
Storyline is so good.
yeah, we're gonna have like, you know, villains. We're gonna have like, you know, like at the end of the day we end up having a winner and they win 10K. So definitely stay tuned for that. It was a really exciting initiative and it was super fun. And I again want to say thank you to my little girlies for helping.
It's okay. We got you. Okay, guys, have you seen Michaela's new podcast?
I have.
I haven't. I've heard about it. I've seen it on TikTok, tonight I'm actually going to go home and
You
sit down and
need
watch it.
to watch it. It's actually 2 hours long, but I feel like each minute is just like so much gossip, so much tea.
Yeah.
It's blowing up right now. I mean,
It's blowing
Yeah,
up.
like it's everywhere. Like and it's just crazy to me that like you have random, like I know obviously these people are famous.
Yeah.
But you have random people like shouting them out, being like, watch our podcast. Like I've seen like 7 of that. Like that's how I heard about the podcast being out. Like, cause I don't really, I don't think I follow her. I don't think I follow. Oh, I do actually follow her. I take that back. But I hadn't really seen her promote it. I'd seen everyone else, like the whole of Australia promote it.
Yeah.
I've seen like 500 snippets on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, did you see, even when Drake came here for his concert, he wore like what Anna Paul said?
Yeah,
I feel broke.
Oh my
Did he?
god.
He wore a shirt that said "I feel broke."
I
2025,
never
something
knew
like that. At his concert.
Wow, it
everyone-
reached
Yeah,
Drake.
the Australian tea going all the way to Drake.
Yeah,
That's
reached
what's like,
Drake.
wow.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
crazy.
But it's crazy how like cancel culture works, because like
Yeah.
everyone loved Anna. I mean, I did as well. Like I
Yeah.
loved her content and everything. But after watching that podcast, I'm like,
I think it's also like smart to remember like these are just people.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
people at
Like
the end of the
I
day.
feel like sometimes like we forget that they're just human. I feel like with the whole influencer culture, like before, like I feel like if you think about like back in the day, and I'm not going to say when that day is because I don't want our millennial and all our like colleagues coming after us again, but like back in the day, I will say like
In the olden days.
actors and actresses were like the main form of like celebrities, but now
People
it's
forget about them now.
it's shifting.
Yeah.
It's really shifting. Like influencers are like, you know, now at the top. I feel like everyone knows more of them. Like especially like our age group. Like you know,
Yeah.
it's very like Anna Paul. Like she's just like a girl from Australia.
Yeah.
But she grew so much. Like she has her own skincare and all that stuff. So yeah. So like I'm actually still shook that you said that Drake. That's
I know.
crazy.
I know.
That's
I
what
reached
I was-
Drake. I was like,
That's crazy. So do you want to tell us like a bit about like what you kind of had watched?
So basically, obviously, there's a lot of trigger warnings in it.
Yeah.
But essentially, like just a basic breakdown. Michaela's just exposing Anna with the receipts, just saying like backing up her claims. Everyone, if you are bored and unemployed, I'm joking, definitely watch it. Give it a listen. It's really, if you love your tea, it's piping hot.
It's piping hot.
I was actually planning to go home. I'm gonna have a quiet night tonight. I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
and just watch it
Watch it
because I
all.
think it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, it is.
And
So like
dedicate 2
have your
hours to
little
watch it.
lunch and
Yeah.
well, not lunch, dinner. Sit down at home and just like it's
So
definitely
watch our
good.
podcast first.
Yeah, guys, go stream
and then
this
go
first.
on to that one.
Yeah. On top of that as well, like I loved how like Alyssa would know this because obviously she watched it, but like she was like sitting in the middle and then on both sides she would have the receipts happening. And I was like, this girl
Yeah.
planned this.
So
like
funny.
she edited
Yeah.
this and she like took the time and like, you know what? Fair enough. Like she like experienced what she experienced and no one can take away from her own experience. And I get where she was coming from. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she wanted to like say her truth, and I think it's been a long time, but I feel like kind of what she had gone through, like fair enough, like the way she felt, if that
Yeah.
made sense. But yeah,
It's so crazy the switch up though,
yeah,
because I mean I'm so part of it. I used to not like Michaela and used
Yeah.
to like Anna Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
And now the switch up, I'm like, yeah, go Michaela,
Yeah.
and I like don't like.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. Like I think cancel culture is so huge. Like
Yes.
this is like ruined her. Like I'm sure it will also like ruin brand deals because obviously
Yeah.
brands don't want to be
100
supporting
no, it
someone
will.
that like
Yeah.
and it's not just like this is just new. Like this is just a new thing that's happened, but like this has happened like many times. Like I know like Kat Clark has gotten cancelled a couple of times. Like you have a bunch of people that this happens to, and like
Yeah.
I'm sure like it's horrible for them because sometimes things also will get like taken out of context and stuff. But yeah, like
Especially for people who have their own companies. Well, like Anna Paul, I'm sure no one's gonna want to go. Like no one's gonna
Go
out of their way.
poorly.
Yeah, no one's gonna go out of their way to kind of buy there, and then the sales drop. And
Yeah.
as we're called lunchtime chit chats, as you guys know, it's a tradition to have a little taste test at the end of every episode. So we're actually going to have a taste of some snacks that we've each picked out for each other. I mean, actually not each other. Why did I say that? Or ourselves.
we just love to eat.
Picked out for ourselves, and we're gonna try them, give each other a taste, and yeah.
Let's start with Victoria's snacks.
So I actually brought, because I'm going vegan for Lent, I got some Picklelicious.
Delicious.
Show the cameras.
Pickle
Yeah.
flavored cucumber chips.
Nice.
Cute.
And they're like plant-based ones.
They actually look really delicious. I'm actually
Right.
excited to dive into this.
And I love pickles.
yeah, same.
So,
They're really good.
Yeah.
and then Alysha.
Yes.
You
Like I
wanna
said in
talk
the
about it?
beginning,
Go ahead,
I
first class.
grabbed this from the Emirates first class, and I just thought we have to try it. They're wasabi peas. Yeah, I just thought like, why not? So you guys have a little bit of a first class treat.
Yes.
And then Alyssa's snack. She actually got us a drink.
So I got us Mogu Mogu. It's really good. It has like these little jellies inside. And there's different flavors. So today we have lychee, mango, and grape. Grape, yes. All right.
I feel like a
let's
little
give
bottle,
it a try.
like a bottle girl. I'm like,
It's so cute.
these are so
They're
cute.
so cute.
Let's start off with Victoria's.
Yeah.
With the Picklelicious. Shout out Picklelicious. We're gonna give you an honest review.
We've got the pickle one here. I'm gonna smell it. It smells very strong.
Really?
Like,
Can we smell?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It smells like just very like
Ooh,
pickly.
yeah, very
It smells like
pickly.
it smells like a
Jar-
Macca's
Macca's cheeseburger.
Macca's cheeseburger, literally straight now.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
Let's
go
try. Let's get one
taste.
each.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Okay, wait.
We're gonna
It's-
do a little
it looks
cheers.
like a dehydrated cucumber.
cucumber.
Literally. So cute.
I'm excited. All right, let's do a little
Hey,
cheers.
cheers, guys.
Cheers.
ASMR.
Alcohol.
That's like, honestly, I don't even taste any pickle. Oh,
No, I do. It's like a-
aftertaste.
I like that actually.
That's nice. It's really sweet.
Oh.
I'm not getting like too much pickly, but I'm getting an
pickles are usually
aftertaste.
sour. They're
Yum.
kind of good.
I kind of like them.
Mm.
Picklelicious. I see you.
Yeah.
I would never pick this up.
Me neither.
No.
And like now I probably will.
And
There
they're
you go.
vegan, guys.
Yeah.
Vegan.
Okay.
She's a vegan queen right now.
Let's try
She
it.
has been struggling, but
I
she's
mean,
still
yeah.
a vegan
I'm going
queen.
strong.
All right, let's try the wasabi peas. Thanks, Emirates.
Oh my gosh, wasabi? I can't. Oh my god.
Get it. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
This is the favorite part of my
I'm like
podcast.
scared it's gonna be like, you know how
Spicy?
wasabi and it just like goes up your
Yeah.
nose.
No, we
Okay.
have drinks.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm getting slight wasabi.
It's the same
slight.
thing that afterwards. Like when you first chew it, it's fine. But the afterwards.
The afterwards.
I
yeah.
was expecting a lot more wasabi,
Me too.
honestly.
Especially I
They're
could
still
eat
nice. Have
those.
another one. Have another one.
The
really
initial
good.
taste is good, but then it gets a bit dry.
Yeah,
it
dry.
does.
I just feel like it's giving like, you know, like anything you can kind of snack on though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still really, really nice. I just think because it was called wasabi peas, I was like expecting a lot more
More,
wasabi.
yeah. It's very subtle.
Those are really good.
Okay, Emirates.
Now,
Now.
so I'm gonna finish. Wait, 1 sec.
Now let's finish off with a bev, our Mogu Mogu.
I'm so
Let's
excited
give it
for
a
this.
gaze.
guys.
I love the little jellies, guys.
Just reminds you of like chai time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
little pearls.
Sorry, guys. How do I do this? Sorry. That's me. Okay,
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
cheers.
Cheers. Yum.
It's so good, right?
This is so good.
It's so refreshing.
This reminds me of something, and I cannot put my finger on it.
The grape one? Zacco?
It reminds me of something when I was younger, and I have no idea. It's so good.
It's so good,
The
right?
jellies as well.
The jellies are so nice.
I love this. Thanks for bringing all this. I actually will buy this again now.
Me too.
Yeah. Putting yellow on.
Us 3 girls love getting drinks. Like we always are like going for a
Always.
soft drink or going for an energy drink. But like I reckon this is
Add her to the
so
roster.
nice. Add her to the
Substitute.
list.
Thank you guys for watching episode 3 of Lunchtime Chit Chats with your hosts
Alysha.
Victoria.
and Alyssa. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye guys. Have a good week.